And this is what I learned in Catholic school. And this is what the priest or the brother would say to you, like, Jason, you know you're doing something wrong. You know I did a lot of bad stuff. And they would say, you know when you're doing something wrong. And I said to myself, you know what? I do know when I'm doing something wrong. There is an internal compass inside of me that is telling me, do not steal this comic book. And yet I still stole comic books when I was a kid. We had 5 techniques for stealing comic books. I'll tell you one.
You had techniques for stealing comic books.
I'll tell you the one. This is a patented technique I came up with in Brooklyn.
Like the slip.
I call it the drop. This is called the drop. We go in, 5 kids. I'm gonna make a short movie about.
Wait, what was the name of the store?
It was Tiamo.
Who owned the store?
Ahmed. It was some,
Okay.
Indian guy, poor guy. We used to come in and terrorize the guy every day.
Oh my gosh.
And so we come in, 5 kids, barreling in there, 12, 13 years old, and we're all over the comics. And I would go, oh wow, this is an interesting Conan the Barbarian, or whatever, Spider-Man. And I'd be reading it, and then I would go, and I would drop one right into my eye, and I would look the guy right in the eye. How's it going?
Wait, you drop it? Where would you drop it?
I picked up 2. And then on the ground, we had put our bags.
Oh.
So we'd have a bag. And I'd go, oh, yeah, wow, this is great. Oh, did you get it? Oh, we got episode 52? Okay. And I put episode 52 back. But then it would be in our bags.
Oh, my
Anyway, I, to this day, live with tremendous guilt about stealing comic books when I was a kid. I cannot tell you enough. There is no amount of therapy that I could go to that would make me, I'm going to be totally honest. Every month, I think about the bad stuff I did when I was a kid, and I say, why did I do that? That was so terrible.
Oh, you don't feel so bad about stealing that comic book?
I feel terrible about it. I don't feel as bad as what we did to the guy on the bus who was the bus driver with the snowballs. That was truly bad. But
Terror.
what we did to that guy was so bad. Did I ever tell you that story?
The snowballs? Yeah. That was like episode 50-something.
I told that on the air?
I think you did.
This is I got to go back to episode 52?
No, this is what we did. This is another bad thing we did. This is when we were 12 years old. So there was a bus that came on 7th Avenue by our house on 76th Street in Brooklyn. And so we used to like to throw ice balls at the bus or snowballs at the bus, right? And so the guys would be like, they'd give you the finger and they'd put the windshield. There's nothing you can do to a bus. So we're like, well, we got to get this guy. So we're scheming and figuring out how do we get the bus drivers. These poor guys are working their asses off. And it's 10 o'clock at night in Brooklyn. It's freezing out. They got to drive this big empty bus. I mean, that job sucks. I mean, that's a hard job. So we, of course, think, well, how can we terrorize this person? And this is what 12-year-olds in Brooklyn are thinking about.
I hope this person isn't watching the show.
You were talking about
I hope they are. I'd love to go apologize, honestly.
This was about how you used to get kicked off the bus.
Anyway, so then what we do is I came up with another great idea. I said, I'm going to pretend I'm getting on the bus. So I would sit there in my backpack and my coat, and wave the bus driver.
Oh my
or actually, I think we
gosh.
sent my brother out because he was because I wanted to throw the snowballs like everybody else. We have literally 10 kids with 3 or 4 snowballs each, like this, hiding in the basement stairs. Like around the corner. My brother Joshua, and then the doors would open, and they open like this in New York. They open like this, and my brother he put one foot on. And then he grabbed the door and leaned back like this.
No.
And then 3 other guys would come out and grab the door.
That is so wrong.
Boom, boom, boom. And the guy would go like this, And then once you were done throwing it was your turn to hold the door open.
Oh,
and the
my
next guy
God.
could go reload. And we would do it. And they try to close the door. And he'd be pulling the door.
Kids, don't take any of these stories
Anyway.
home.
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.